guys, my camera died, but I wanted to give a real quick little look at to what I'm doing. So originally I was just going to remove the teeth on here and turn this into like a large meat slicer, because I tried doing the serrations and the owner was not happy with it. Neither was I thought it looked like crap. So we thought maybe just turn it into a plain edge meat slicer, which is now what I'm doing. So what I did is I removed the bolster. This was much larger, so I brought that down. I still have to flatten this out a little bit, and then I put a 15-degree edge on this side. It's kind of a chisel grind. I'm debating about doing the other side as well, just to even it out. And now since I'm doing like a full-blown slicer, I don't really see why there isn't a reason to do that, but let's see how it works with just that side. Let's even that out a little bit, get this back on the veal, and then see what it turns out to look like. All right, there we go. We are evened out. We don't have any massive hump here. This bolster's been brought back. It's not super sharp. I'm gonna get that polished, and then we'll get a nice 15-degree angle on there, and then we'll see about this thing being a slicer again. I think I'm actually gonna stick with the chisel grind now that I'm thinking about it. There's no point in removing a bunch of metal. I've already removed it. We'll just get that dialed in. Let's get to it. Almost done here, guys. Got a burr on the edge. Not down here. Got some more work to do. So we have one bevel going all the way across. It's real rough right now. There is a burr going along the entire back of the edge. If you do not have a burr, don't stop sharpening. You don't have an edge. Got to get that burr, or else you're not done. I'm going to flip it over and just kind of blend this in a little bit on the slack belt, just where it's going into the bolster, just so it looks pretty. Guys, so that's the end of the 120 grit. see here the A30, which I believe is the 400 grit. I need the yeah, A30. We'll do that real quick. Might be wrong. It might be 600 grit. I'm not sure. Could be mistaken. We'll find out real quick, though, I guess. Huh? Now on these polishing belts, these are not doing a lot of the work. The work's already done. Now we're just trying to make sure that it's nice and clean. We got some consistent scratch pattern. We want it to slice real well. So this is not anything where you put a lot of pressure on these belts. This is just light touches and quick swipes. Something I've noticed with the higher grits, you want to cool off a little more, because if you don't, what will happen is you'll burn that tip or burn that edge, and it ruins all your work, and then it just isn't fun. And the only way to get rid of a burnt edge is to remove a lot more metal. And remember, once it's gone, it's gone. Since I hit it with the Cubitron on that higher edge, or I'm sorry, on that top spine, I'm going to hit it with this just to polish it. Smooth motions, guys. Smooth motions. Once you commit, because if you don't, it might backfire on you. All right. Alright guys, I'm going to move on to stropping because I think this is done. I'll show you guys some real quick. I guess I'll show you the edge on it real quick. Here, let me sit down. Make sure I don't eat it. I had to switch my camera halfway through the video, so if you guys see a little bit of a difference in quality, it's because I switched from a full-blown DSLR to a iPhone, which works, but just you know, not as well. But cool. Let's see what we got here. Consistent edge all the way across, real smooth. It is a chisel grind, 600 grit bevel, so it is really nice and pretty sharp. And then let's get that leather strop on there. I haven't tested anything yet. I just got the phone book. I haven't even opened it. But let me show you guys the edge on here. So we have a really clean 15-degree edge going all the way across the knife. I did bolster reduction, polished this down with both the 600 grit belt and then also the leather strop, just to make sure that there wasn't any sharp points. We have a really nice edge going all the way across, since I wasn't able to bring back the teeth on that. The previous sharpener just completely destroyed the edge. I'm not really sure why. Yeah, hopefully you guys saw that photo I posted like last week, I think. But again, no teeth, chisel grind, 15 degrees. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, that's no problem. All the way across. I think he's going to be happy. I want to be clear that I got permission to do this by the client prior to doing this. So I reached out, let him know the difficulties I was running into in regards to getting the teeth back on it. He was totally cool with it. He thought the knife was trash anyway, so I said, well, why don't we turn this into a plain edge meat slicer, get this back up and running, and he was totally cool with that. So as you can see, there's zero issues with slicing. This bad boy is ready for work. Yeah, I also want to be clear that when I'm making these videos, this is just for me to have some fun, just kind of farting around at the house. This is not me telling you what to do. I'm not telling you how to sharpen or what you need to do with sharpening. I don't think I have that level of skill yet. And then in addition to that, everybody has their own niche, right? Some people like belt grinders, some people like the Edge Pro Apex, some people like the Wicked Edge, some people like Tormek. Everybody has their own personal preference. This is just me messing around in the garage when I have some free time. So I hope you guys like the video. Any feedback is welcome. Again, sorry for all like the clips kind of going back and forth. If really good video quality, then not great video quality, sound quality might be a little bit up in the air as well. So yeah, let me know what you think, man. Again, here we go with that final edge there. Sharp and ready for work.